Hello everyone, it's Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and today I've got another craft fair idea or teacher gift or anything kind of gift for any time, and I'm just going to get straight on with it. First of all, you need a sheet of cardstock. This is Whisper White and this has been cut to 7 3/4 by 2 3/4, and on the long side let me just check that it's straight. Yeah, just didn't look straight then for a minute. On the long side you need to score it at 2 1/2 and 5 1/4. Okay, that's it, simple. All the measurements will be over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk, so don't worry if you miss anything. Then we turn it on the short side and we want to score at 1/2 inch. Being careful not to slip because it is quite a long. 1/2 inch and 2 1/4 inches. Okay, and that's all the scoring we need to do. So I'm going to move that out of the way. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my bone folder and I'm going to fold and carefully burnish all of those lines. Really crisp, really firmly. We want them nice and burnished. Just make sure it's lined up right. Okay, I should have taped my mat down again. In fact, I'm just going to quickly just tape it down with a bit of washi tape, because otherwise it's going to slide about the whole entire video and it's going to send me crazy. Or crazier than what I already am. So I'll just tear that down. There we go. Right, so we're folding and burnishing these score lines. Okay. There we go. And then what we're going to do is, we've got 3 sections. The middle section we're going to cut up the score lines to the first score line. Okay. And turn around and do the same the other way. Okay. And then we need to notch. So what I'm going to do to make sure that it's how I want it to be is I'm just going to fold that over and notch this panel and this panel at the same time. And I'm notching the corner out. And that way I know that when I assemble it together like so, none of those corners are gonna, you know, like impeach on each other, get in the way. They're not gonna get in the way. So quite a sharp cut like that. And then I'm going to do the same on that side. So I'm just folding it over so that I can cut my 2 notches at the same time. Or you can just cut them all separately, it's up to you. It's just quicker to do it that way. We're notching every single corner of those small sections. Okay, every single corner. So that it looks like that, and you've got 3 equal sized sections with little tabs all notched in both directions. Let's get that out of the way. And then we're going to just move that to one side for a moment, and I'm going to bring in these, which I have cut from the large label framelets. Okay, and I should have 4 of them. Why have I only got 2? Oh, there we go. And I've got 4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to double them up to make them stronger. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to use this punch here, which is the Merry Little Labels punch. And I'm going to use it to cut away part of this. I'm making a frame. Now I've just marked a small pencil mark there, and I've marked that from the top down to 3 1/2 inches. And this is where I'm going to judge where to punch. And I'm going to line that pencil mark up with the top edge of the punch here. Okay, so 3 1/2. I'll put all of these measurements on my blog. Then I'm going to, I'll do one at a time, it might be easier. Put it into my punch and see where the pencil line is. That's going to go at the top, on the top line, and then I'm going to line it up in the middle and try and get it as flush and as straight as I can, and punch. And see how it creates these little feet here. I'm just going to snip that just to make it a little tiny bit straighter. But the sizing is just exactly how I want it. So then I'm going to get my other piece that I've cut out. Again, it's the largest size framelit from the lots of layers. If you don't have that, you could always just cut square rectangles. And I'm using this one to mark so I know where to punch the next one out. Okay. And I'll just trim the bottom of that off so it's straight as well. And then again, I'm going to use it for the other two. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be gluing two together for strongness. If you've got the thick cardstock, that wouldn't be necessary. And I'll just do the last one. I've also pre-cut the next size down in the lots of layer framelets. The next size down I've cut the lovely lemon and lime twist floral boutique paper, and I've picked this one, and this is the size down. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to measure that, and I'm just going to fold up my paper to where I want to cut it so that I've got a nice border. Okay, so it's about there. So I'll just trim that while I'm here, and I'll put the two pieces together and trim them both at the same time. Okay, if I aim for the centre of that flower, then I know it's fairly straight. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just trim off the bottom of these to make sure they're straight. And these are going to be feet. It's quite late at night, so I'm trying to be a little bit quiet. So if you're wondering why I'm not as loud as normal, I am consciously trying to be quiet, which is quite difficult for me, if I'm honest. Right, so I'm going to glue these together. Okay. Also, the light's fading, so I can't really see very much. So I apologise if there's loads of shade. But again, I'll just say again, all the measurements are over on my blog. So if you miss anything, you can hop on over there and have a look. So I'm just going to glue that on there. And just, that foot's about as straight as a 9 bob note, so I'll just trim that. Okay, and then I can glue on my DSP. Do I want it flowery or do I want it green? I think I'll have it the green side. And I'm sure, as you've seen from the thumbnail, this is a caddy and it holds packaged tea bags. And it's just a cute gift. You could utilise this idea using the die and the punch. You could make a bed head. You could make a baby's cot. That could be a garden gate. It could be a fire screen. It could be lots of things. It looks like the bottom of a bed as well, doesn't it? Right, I'll glue these together as quick as I can, and then I'll construct the box part, which is the part that we've just cut, you know, scored and cut. That one's slightly off. Don't matter. Let me just have a look. Right, okay. That one's just slightly off, so I just need to line that punch back up and just punch that. It hasn't caught. Just punch that. There we go. Just to make it even. That's better. Okay. Line those up a bit better. There we go. That's fine. And then glue on the DSP. The failing light isn't helping. I don't have the best eyesight as it is. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Right, so we've got that on there nicely. Okie doke. So we'll leave those to dry. Leave them to one side a minute. So this is our casing now that is going to hold our packaged tea bags. So I'm just going to re-burnish those lines. And I am actually going to use wet glue. I might be crazy, but there you go. Bit crazy using wet glue on camera, but it is my chosen favourite adhesive at the moment, and I will get a little bit of wiggle time hopefully. So what we're doing here is we are creating a box that goes that way. So the tabs, each one of the tabs attaches to one of these. Okay, so it's going that way. Okay, so this is the tricky bit. I'm just going to line that one up with the bottom first. Okay, there we go. Just try and line that up. Like so. There we go. And then line up the side. Next. Like so. And the other one. And because I am using glue, I've got a little bit of wiggle time if I need to move it up like I do now. There we go. Okay. So that's that, and that's on nicely. I'll just give it a bit of a press with my bone folder, just to give it a bit of an encouragement. Make sure it's all fairly even, which it is, and then I can put the other one on. So I line it up with the bottom, like so, and put my hand inside, line it up, press the glue down. Okay, I'll just put it down on the mat, it might be easier. Line the sides up. And line that side up, and we're good to go with the box. That's done. Okay, let me just make sure it's all attached. Get my bone folder in, give it a press. There we go, and I'll leave that to dry a little bit further for a minute, but there is your basic structure there, look. Ta-da! And it's got little feet so it'll stand up. So I'll leave it there to dry. And what I have done beforehand is created quite a few of the envelopes, and these all hold tea. And these sheets of paper will cut to 5" by 5", and then on the envelope punch board we're going to use the 2 3/4" mark. So this is 5 by 5 for these tea bags. You know, you can look on the sizing of the envelope punch bag. These ones are about 2.5 by 3". So they're pretty much standard. So we go to the 2 3/8 mark, punch and score, turn it round, punch and score, just turn it round to the score line, punch and score, turn it round, punch and score. Like that, easy peasy. Best tool in the world, that is, I love it. Fold them over. Okay. Bit of wet glue on the point of one of them. Fold it shut. Line of glue, line of glue. That's all you need. There we go. Give that a press. Put your little tea bag in. There you go. And you can just shut it with a glue dot if you like. and the caddy will hold, let's see how many it'll hold. I think I did 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should hold 7, which is 1 for every day of the week, obviously. Okay, this makes a nice teacher gift. Then all you've got to do is just wrap it up in like cellophane or something. There you go. Fits 7 in nice and snugly. It looks really neat all in a row. Okay, but now we're going to decorate it, and this is my favourite bit, yay. And what I've done is, off camera, I have pre-cut to save you a bit of time. You don't want to watch me fussy cutting, blimey, that is painful. I've cut this from the, is it In the Lines DSP? It's the one where you can hand colour it yourself. It's awesome fun. And I have used the one with the teapots on. So I've just picked 3 pens fairly randomly, and I'm just going to do a bit of colouring really quickly. You can take a lot more time over this at home when you do it. I'm doing it super fast for the video. I'm not doing any shading or anything like that, and I'm not using my new blender pens because I don't want to use them yet. If I'm honest, go around there. And the reason I'm not using them is because they're not available to customers yet. So I don't want to like make you all feel, oh, that's not them, I want them. Because I would be like that, I'd be stamping my feet. Right, I think I'm going to have pink. Pink flower in the middle. None of these colours really go together. I've picked them totally random, but never mind. Never mind. It'll still look really cute. It doesn't really matter, does it? Okay. Okay. Let's have some pink flowers. Don't look closely at my colouring. It's going to look like, you know, one of my dogs has done it. Don't be zooming in on my colouring. Right, so that is, what colour am I using there? Blushing Bride, and this is, no idea, Purpose has no idea what colours, I just picked them out really randomly. I just thought what would look nice with the lime green. I don't really think you can go wrong when it comes to picking colours, because most of the Stampin' Up! Colours just naturally seem to go together really lovely. I'll just colour these leaves. Like so. And do the rest of these flowers in really quickly. This is speed colouring. If anybody's like really good at colouring, they'll be cringing. But like, what are you doing? Okay. And this one will have, we're going to have it, pink stripes. Are we? No, I'm gonna colour it all in pink, because I don't really have a lot of time to be messing about. So I'm just gonna colour it all pink. I like pink. Colour it all in pink. There we go. Might give it a green handle. Shall I give it a green handle? Why not? I'm gonna. There's a rhyme about pink and green, although for different people it's different. I was always taught pink and green should never be seen, but other people say different things. Right, that'll do for now. Obviously you can put a lot more effort into yours. I'm just showing you. Right, so I'm going to get some dimensionals, and I'm going to put my teacups on, and I want them like, I've seen them where they're stacked, like wonky, like one on top of the other. I've seen that somewhere on Pinterest, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, like that. Like a Mad Hatter's tea party. That's what we're having. Okay. And another one, like so. In fact, I should have done it the other way. I'm going to have that one like that. Okay, and then I'm going to get the teapot. In fact, I'm just going to take that one off. I've decided I don't want it. Change my mind, hold on a minute. I'm prone to that. I'm going to have just that one because I want that a little bit further up there, like so. I'm going to have it pour in the tea. And then I'm going to... So I've just got this bit of a mad idea in my head. Hold on a minute. Where's my pokey tool? Do these come off in a strip? They do. Just had this mad idea that I want the pearls to come out of the teapot. Like so. And pretend that they are the tea. Pouring into the cup. Hold on a minute. Just tuck them behind that cup. Try and get them to lay flat. I like that. Silly idea, but I like it. I just want them pearls to sit flat. There we go. We've got some tea pouring into the cups. Can you see that? I like that. Right. I might stick this one on the back because I don't like to waste. So I'll stick that one on the back, like so. Okay. And then every project needs a sentiment, so I'm just going to put a small one. And I'm using the Thoughtful Banners, and I'm just going to use the Enjoy. So I've got that mounted on my block. I'm just going to use basic black, a little bit of scrap. Okay. Let's just stamp that there. Okay. I've got some scrap of the green cardstock, so I'm just going to trim that. Enjoy. I just want it to be a little teeny tiny sentiment. That's what I want it to be. So that's trimmed that. Okay. A bit of glue. Come on, don't be naughty. I'm going to stick it in this corner here so that I know at least two of my edges are straight. Okay. Theoretically, they're straight. Right. I don't want that black ink to run with my wet gluey fingers. I'm just going to carefully snip that out. Like so. And then I'm going to stick it on with, what am I going to stick it on with? I'll have a glue dot. Or shall I have a mini dimensional? I'll glue it on. I'll glue it on. Right, okay, we're going to have that there. Or down here. We'll have it down here. And then there might just be room for a flower. So if I have that there, and then I did make these flowers the other day. That one's too big. I'll have that one. I'll have that one. Just brush a bit of green on it. Just use my pen. I just want a bit of colour on them. On the tip of the petals, I just want a bit of flick of colour. bit of a flick of colour like that, that's it. And then should be able to add that with just glue. And this flower I made the other day, I was messing about with the, is it the Flower Shop Punch, where is it? This one, the Blossom Builder it's called, and I've just used this small one here and I've just made a flower out of it. I'll have to show you on another video. This was just lying about on my desk and I just thought I'd just use it up. Okay. Just give that a bit of a crunch, and let's see if I can find my Wink of Stella. Here we go. Let's have a bit of Wink of Stella on that flower. Bit of a Wink of Stella. It's not attached properly yet because it's not dry. There we go. Maybe a little bit on this flower here, just to give it a little bit of a lift. It's ever so glittery, is this Wink of Stella. It is really, really pretty, really beautiful. And maybe just on the bottom of the cup and maybe the handles. Why not? Why not? But if I've done the cups now, I'm going to have to do the teapot. So I'll just paint the handle of the teapot with my Wink of Stella, and it's just going to add a little shimmer. I'm going to do its spout as well. I can't stop, can I, once I start decorating? I just love it. Okay, let's do the whole teapot. Why not? Just be careful mixing it with your inks because it will make them run. So try and keep it away from the colouring. And that's just added a bit of sparkle to that teapot there. And I'm going to leave it now. And we're done. And there we go. We've got a really pretty... So I'll try and zoom in, the light's shocking. A really pretty caddy with some hand-coloured elements, a handmade flower, a little sentiment, and it's been coloured and glittered, and it holds 7 little tea bag pouches, one for every day of the week, and it stands on its little feet. I hope you like that. Don't forget that all the measurements are over on my blog at scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and I love these pearls. Thanks for watching. Bye.